Okay, we are going to start now. Good evening, leaders. My name is Rachel Ishala, and I'll be your host for tonight's section. So, you're welcome to day one of Leadership Boot Camp 2025. If you're happy to be here tonight, react with your favorite emoji. Thank you, Jemima Pupola. I can see you. You're welcome. Let's keep it coming, guys. Oh, Mary Kose, you're welcome. This your fire emoji, it's plenty. Wow, a lot to be learned this evening. Damila Patience, I see you, you're welcome. Deals Consultancy, you're welcome. This your fire is too much. Oh. You're welcome, guys. Adetsule Pelumi, you're welcome. Kizuto, you're welcome. Good evening. We are thrilled to have you all tonight. The section will begin in a few minutes, so grab your notebook and get ready for an evening of learning and transformation. You're welcome, guys. I can see your emojis. You're welcome, guys. So, the next thing on the line is for you guys to drop your name and where you are joining from in the comment section. I want to start seeing it now. As I said earlier, my name is Rachel Shola and I'm streaming from Lagos State. So, what's your name and where are you streaming from? Let's keep it coming, guys. You're welcome, Explorer. Good evening. Good to see you here. So, our name and where we are streaming from. Let's keep it coming, guys. Oh, wow. Kufre Basif from Lagos. You're welcome. Good to see you. Yakubu from Nasarawa State. Wow, that's far. How is the weather over there? You're welcome. Joshua from Ibadan. You're welcome. You're welcome. Let's keep it coming, guys. Your name and where you are streaming from. Josh from Abuja. You're welcome. Princess from Ogun State. You're welcome. You're welcome, Jemima. Where are you streaming from? Let's keep it coming, guys. Oh, very good. You're welcome, Jemima. Our patience from Ondo State. You're welcome. Okay, so let's move forward, guys. Once again, you are welcome to Leadership Boot Camp. So, over the next 3 days, we'll explore the journey of leadership from self confidence to character and finally to visionary action. I'm very sure you guys, there is a lot, I mean, a lot to learn from this 3 days boot camp. Okay, moving forward. Right now, we are going to do a warm up with a quick poll. Okay, so now the question is in one word, what makes a great leader? In one word. As for me, what makes a great leader is a leader who is proactive. So let's keep our comments coming. So, what is it for you? For you, what makes a great leader? Let's keep our comments coming. What makes a great leader? Let's keep our comments coming. Those who are just joining us, you're welcome to tonight's section. Oh, wow. Empathy. Wow, that's nice, Jemima. From Joshua, ability to communicate vision and motivate others to align and achieve the goals. Wow, that's massive. Let's keep it coming, guys. Okay, Ewa Ayomi, what makes a great leader is empathy. Wow, that's nice. Oh, taking ownership with responsibility. Wow, that's nice. Let's keep it coming, guys. What makes a great leader in one word? Let's keep it coming. It's getting interesting. This night, it's going to be an interactive section. Everyone is going to take part in the whole communication this evening. Oh, wow, selflessness. Thank you, Cornelius. Okay. Oh, intentionality. Wow, that's nice. Oh, popular style, integrity. Wow, thank you. Impact. That's great. You're welcome, Bisala Mary. Bisala from Ado Ekiti. You're welcome. Let's keep our comments coming. What makes a great leader in one word? Okay, guys, so that will be the end of the pro for tonight. So we are moving to the next section. I'll hand it over to Mary Okosi. Okay, I can see more comments here. Empathy, because it's a leader cannot truly connect, inspire, or guide others. Well, that's nice. Courage and responsibility. Wow, courage. That's great. Willingness to serve. Wow, that's nice. Thank you so much, guys. Now we are going to have Miracle Set to take over the floor.
Good evening, everybody. Let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, let me see your emoji in the comment section. Let me know that you can hear me. Let me see your comments. Keep them coming. Okay, great. Joshua says, I can hear you. Who else can hear me? Let me see. Let me see in the comments. Let me see in the comments. Our speaker is here. And I cannot wait for what is about to unfold. So we need to prepare our minds. We need to gear up to learn massively from her. She's going to be teaching us with raw strategies and techniques for building our leadership capacity. So let me see. Yes, great, 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 great. Amazing, amazing. Amazing. There is a lot we're going to talk about today, and I want you to get your mind ready. I want you to get your heart ready. I want you to get your pen ready, and I want you to get your jotter ready because we have Reverend Mrs. Tolu Ayo Awe in the studio, and she's going to be joining us live. She is a leadership preacher, and she is highly committed to empowering the next generation of leaders, the next generation of youth who are going to disrupt norms, who are going to change norms, who are going to change circumstances, who are going to build their minds to become formidable, who are going to build society. So if you are here today, don't think you are here by mistake. You are not here by mistake. There are over 400 million youths in Africa, and you have made it compulsory to bring yourself here because you love knowledge, you love to learn, you love to challenge yourself. And in this light, I would like to invite our speaker, our mama, our leader, our boss, Reverend Mrs. Tolu Ayo to the stage. She is an entrepreneur and a lecturer, and she is also a pastor. As you can see from her name, Reverend Mrs. Tolu Ayo, she is our leader. And when you see a woman doing things that are this deep in a society like ours that doesn't really celebrate women, you should not just clap, you should learn. You should not just clap, you should sit down and say, what has she gotten? What has she known? What does she know that I need to know? What does she have that I need to have so that I can apply them to my life and have results? So join me in welcoming Reverend Mrs. Tolu Ayo Awe, our phenomenal female leader, our entrepreneur, our lecturer. If you know what lecturing entails, you know it's a lot. I love lecturing. I love lecturers because they are not just lecturing, they are leaders, they are builders, they are shapers of destinies. So let's welcome to the stage Reverend Mrs. Tolu Ayo Awe. If you know you are ready to learn from her, give me a fire emoji. Not clap now, not anything else, just the fire emoji. The fire emoji. Let me see the fire emoji. Just one. Let me see the first one, then I'll bring her on stage. The first fire emoji. Fire, who is there? Yes, 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 yes. Let's bring it on. Let's bring it on. Let's bring it on. Let's bring it on. Bring your fire emoji. Bring it on. Bring it on. You're welcome, man. We are happy to have you. It's a pleasure to have you. We are really and deeply honored to have you in our midst. It is not something we can take for granted. It's not easy to bring a powerhouse to the midst of young people like us who are trying to make things change in this society. Thank you so much, ma'am. We are grateful for your presence here, and we're ready to learn from you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm so excited to be here and I feel so honored to be part of you tonight. Can you all hear me? Can you hear me? I need to know if you can hear me. Oh, Can you hear me?
We can hear you, ma'am.
Once again, good evening, visionary and founder of MindForge Africa, Mary. Thank you for having me here tonight. And good evening, distinguished participant present tonight. Like she has rightly said, leadership is not about the title, it's not about the position, it's about the influence. I'm deeply honored to be part of you and to be your guest speaker tonight at this year's MindForge Leadership Boot Camp 2025. And I hope we are all ready tonight. And I want to begin by saying that leadership begins with the mind. And my topic has been narrowed down tonight into training your mind for leadership, for focus, and for growth. And that's why we are here tonight. So we're going to be talking around training your mind for leadership, focus, and growth. So, like I said, leadership begins with your mind. So every action we take, every decision that we make, and every vision that we pursue, they first conceived in a quiet space of our mind, which is our thoughts. If you have the same faith like I have, there is a book we call the Holy Bible that says, as a man thinketh, so is he. And that means that you cannot be bigger than your thoughts, which evolve from your mind. So I believe that when the mind is focused, when the mind is disciplined, growth becomes so easy and leadership becomes so powerful and it becomes transformative. Just as the physical strength that we have, just like it requires a consistent training to build muscle, so also our mind requires intentional practice in clarity, in resilience, and in focus. You agree with me that the world is so noisy, the world is so full of distractions. But those who are willing to train their minds can cut through those noises to focus on what matters. And that is why we are here tonight. Let me remind you again, young people, that there is no limitation anywhere, only your mind. There is no obstacles anywhere, only your mind. And the worst prison a man can find himself in life is the prison of your mind. The prison of your mind is where your mind puts you. And funny enough, nobody can open for you that prison except by yourself. So in building capacity and going through a training like this, attending training like this, are one of the key to unlock those prisons of the mind. And that's why we are here tonight. Therefore, this training tonight is about equipping ourselves to grow beyond limitation that our mind might have put us. It will encourage us to lead with courage. It will help us to stay focused with even when our purpose is challenged. And my hope is that we will all live here not only inspired, but also empowered with practical strategies to sharpen our mind for leadership journey that is ahead. I hope you are with me. So as we take together the journey of this training this evening, I want to your heart to be here. I want you to be intentional and be ready to learn. No distraction in the few minutes that I have left. And I'm going to be beginning where I stopped, your mind. Mindset is powerful. There are two categories of mindset that I'm going to be talking about before I go into what I have exactly for us tonight. Because, like I said, everything evolved from your thoughts, your belief system. As little as it is enough to limit somebody in life. As little as it is mighty enough to put someone in a permanent prison. Knowing that your belief system fuels the configuration of your mind, and the configuration of your mind has a way of influencing your thoughts and your action. In fact, your mind is so powerful such that it decides which and which to pick when we come to capacity training like this. I have seen people who read a lot. I have seen people who attend training. I have seen people who attend conferences. And when you look at their life, there is no equivalent results of what they have learned. There is no equivalent results of what they have read. And you will wonder what is wrong. Let me tell you what is wrong is the state of their mind. They are rigid in their mind. They pick whatever they want to pick. They hear what they want to hear, but not what they need to hear. So when we come to a meeting like this, conference like this, we have to open up our mind, open up our heart to actually receive what we need to receive. And that will lead me to exposing you to two types of mindset that we have. We have the fixed mindset. I'm going through that to achieve something. And what I want to achieve is so that you can fall into a category and know the category where you fall into. The fixed mindset, and we have the growth mindset. In the fixed mindset, we have people who believe that their ability, their intelligence, their talent, their fixed traits, they brought it from heaven and it cannot be changed. No one can touch it, no one can change it, no matter what they hear, no matter what they read. They believe that they are born with it and it cannot be taken from them. They believe that what they have is enough. What God has given them from heaven is enough, and they don't want to improve about it. These are the category of people who avoid challenges. These are the category of people who gives up easily when they face obstacles. They see effort as fruitless, so they don't make efforts to be better. They ignore useful feedbacks. In fact, they fight criticism. They feel threatened by the success of another person. That's a category of mindset, fixed and rigid. However, we have another category of mindset, and that is growth mindset. And I want to believe that for us to be here tonight, for us to tune into this meeting tonight, we must belong to this category. And if we are not, that's why we're here, to know and to do the needful. In the growth mindset, where I belong to and where I want to assume that you belong to, it is believed that one's ability and intelligence can be developed. My coach has taught me several times. He said that there is nothing that you cannot learn. There is nothing that you cannot become. There is no talent, there is no ability that you cannot learn or become, as long as you are ready to dedicate yourself and work hard for it. And I believe so. And tonight I'm telling you as well that there is nothing you cannot learn. Whatever you desire in a person can be learned. In fact, it can be a natural thing for that person. It can be a talent. It can be an innate trait. But I'm saying that whatever that you have seen in anyone can be learned by you through hard work and through dedication. And that is the mindset of people with growth mindset, which I want to assume that we belong to. People with growth mindset, they see challenges as opportunity to grow. They embrace efforts as the necessary part of learning. They make effort. They try their best. They learn from criticism. They embrace criticism and feedback from people. When they have any experience, they pick the lesson from their experience. Instead for them to feel bad and have pity parties, they learn, they gather themselves, and they get inspired by other people's success. The belief that they can improve on whatever ability they have. They expand in their abilities over time. So I want to ask you, what category do you belong to? The fixed mindset or the growth mindset? I've explained the two for us tonight. We can belong to any of them. It's okay. But thank God that we are here tonight. Because if you belong to the fixed mindset, we're going to be going on a journey together. And I'm going to need your attention a lot. If you also belong to the growth mindset, it's a good way to do more like you used to do. It's an opportunity to learn more like you have always done. What's the difference between the two? It's the perception, how you see it, how you perceive your ability, and how you approach the challenge. Let me quickly share a story of mine with you. There was a time in my career, there was a transition in the management in the organization where I work. And for a reason or another, political, they told me to my face that they will not want me to move close to the administration in their regime. And I was wondering why. And true to their word, they sidelined me. They didn't want to smell my name. I'll be nominated for things, for posts, for committees, for a lot of things. But they will sideline me, remove my name, and my face like this. I became a bit frustrated. I just want to tell you I want you to learn something about embracing challenge or challenges. Because on your way to fulfilling purpose, challenge will come. You don't run from them, you embrace them. Because it's going to lead you to where you are going. It's a vehicle that will take you to where you are going. So I will go to work, there will be nothing to do. I will fold my hands. I will return home doing nothing. I'll sleep, wake up, go back the same. No responsibility, nothing. So one day I thought to myself, instead of wasting away, I can do something better with my time. I can do something better with my life. And that was how I picked up my master's form. After all, I have excess time. I enrolled for my master's. and I stayed there full time. I faced my studies. I avoided them like a plague because they were already affecting my mental health. Let me cut the long story short. Before I arrived from pursuing my master's degree, the government has changed the management and the new management has come. The new law came and it was enforced that anyone who have no master's degree, they gave them 2 years to go and pursue their master's degree. Else, they will not receive the next promotion or they get demoted if the current position requires a master's degree. So I came back with my master's degree. Happy, glad. But what led me there? What led me there was the challenge that I was facing at that time. But I was able to maximize that time of challenge and turn my lemon into lemonade. I was able to embrace the challenge and bring the best out of myself. Yours might not be in that way, but I'm saying that you don't run from challenge. You don't run from obstacles. Sometimes we face those things so that we can get to where we are really going. I want to encourage you tonight. Be open-minded. Don't have a fixed mindset. Have a growth mindset. And that is when you can unlearn. That's when you can learn. And that's when you can relearn. For those with the fixed mindset, they don't unlearn. Although they have a way of doing things, they will never agree that their method is obsolete. The world is evolving. Methods are changing. Strategies are changing. People are changing. With a fixed mindset, we will not evolve with the world. We will be cut off. But with a growth mindset, we'll be able to unlearn what used to work that no longer works. We'll be able to learn the new things that are working now, and we'll be able to relearn the new things that are no longer working. There are 3 things. So tonight, I encourage you to have a growth mindset. And if we do not have a growth mindset, you have to make up your mind to have that. In training your mind for leadership, focus, and for growth, one thing is very common and very important, and that's the law of intentionality. The law of intentionality. Having found yourself and the category of mindsets that you have, either of the two needs intentionality. For us to become effective leaders and for us to grow, for us to be focused, and for us to be a master in anything that we do, we must master the art of intentionality. Things don't just happen. Things don't just work. There has to be an intentional effort. I want to quickly take you through a short journey of self-discovery. By now, with the exposure of the mindset that I've shared with you, you must have discovered 1 or 2 things about yourself, especially the category that you belong to. And having discovered that, I want to tell you that for you to be a leader, for you to embrace growth, you have to discover yourself. To be a leader, you must lead yourself first. You find yourself. You must understand yourself. You must know yourself, and you must spend time with yourself. You must explore yourself. You must intentionally discover yourself. Funny enough, we know other people except ourselves. Some people don't know themselves. People outside will be telling them who they are without a clue of who they are. For you to be aware of yourself, you must ask yourself a few questions. What am I looking for? I mean, what are you looking for in life? Have you sat down to pen down your personal core values? What are your core values? What are the things you cherish? What are the things that you can't do without when it comes to value? What are the things you can't play with? What are the things you cannot compromise when it comes to value? That's finding yourself. What do you want to achieve? What are the things you want to achieve? That is finding yourself. What are your strengths? Someone told me at a time, said, I don't have any strength. Nobody has all weakness. We all have our strengths and we all have our weaknesses. You can see that it's a journey. It's a journey that everyone must sit down and make that research about themselves. We must make it a duty to make research about ourselves. And that is where training our mind for leadership, for focus, and for growth will start from. Until we find ourselves, those things might not be possible or easy for us. What are the things that you love? What are the things that you hate? What even triggers your emotions? What triggers your emotion? And when your emotions are triggers, how do you manage that emotion? How do you manage emotion? That's knowing yourself. I want you to reflect on yourself tonight. I want you to explore yourself. Make findings about yourself. Ask yourself questions. Ask people questions about you. People who are sincere, and you know they will tell you the truth. And after discovering yourself, you must accept yourself and be able to manage yourself. Knowing clearly yourself and what you want is going to help you, like I rightly said. It's going to help you to clearly know how you will get there. Knowing your strengths and your weakness will help you to know what you require to get to where you want to get to. Then after discovering yourself, we cannot talk about growth and leadership, because it is in discovering yourself that you will know the ingredients that you need for the growth. It is in discovering yourself that you will know the skill and the capacity you need to build for leadership. Discover yourself. When you discover yourself, one thing will happen to you, and that is self-confidence. When you discover yourself, you will have this self-confidence in yourself because you know yourself. Up till now, when they compliment some set of people, when they tell them they are beautiful, they will say, really? Really? Because they're not sure of who they are. They don't know themselves. And that will really affect their self-confidence. And when your self-confidence is affected, you cannot be an effective leader. You cannot be a good leader. You need confidence to be a leader. You know, before a role is assigned to you, I don't know if it will have happened to you before, rejecting a leadership role at any capacity, minor or major, small or big, that people are electing you to lead them and you're feeling like, no, pick another person. There is something about you that you don't know. That's why you reject position like that. Because people that elected you, they have seen an ability in you. They have seen some qualities in you that you are not seeing. And that's why you are rejecting what they are offering you. So it is necessary for you to discover yourself. It is necessary for you to find yourself. It is necessary for you to explore yourself. Because if you don't do, we're going to be affected by something that I want to call imposter syndrome. I don't know if you've heard that before. Imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome happens to you when you are given, for example, when you are given a position and you are feeling unqualified for that position. You feel unworthy for that position. You feel undeserved of that position. And you feel, oh, you should have given it to this so person. So that means you feel less of yourself. In fact, some people, there is a level of enjoyment that their mind can contain. If it is more than a certain level, they have no capacity to embrace such enjoyment. They might feel that such enjoyment is not meant for me. That's imposter syndrome. There are some people, if you even carry them in, let's assume they have an official car for them, and they are asked to sit at the owner's corner. They'll say, no, let me sit down at the front, because they are feeling, it's too much for me. It might be as a result of imposter syndrome, feeling undeserved, feeling unworthy, and it can happen in leadership as well. And you know one thing about this thing, the people you lead will smell it, because it comes like energy. The energy is going to be dispensed, and people will feel the energy. You're not talking, but you are talking. So tonight, I want you to find yourself. I want you to discover yourself. That is when we can truly train our mind on the necessary ingredients that we need for leadership and for growth. So quickly, as our time is really ticking, I want to take us on how to train our mind. How can we train our mind for leadership? How can we train our mind to be focused? How can we train our mind for growth? Number one thing that I will still emphasize on is this: your growth mindset. You must overcome the limiting factors, the limiting beliefs. You must cultivate a growth mindset. Cultivate a growth mindset. Have you understand where you belong to? You might realize now that you need a reprogramming of mind, a reconfiguration of mind. Since we have established that everything that a man will become, every ability, every thought comes from the mind. Since we have established that there are things we need to unlearn, there are things we need to learn, and there are things we need to relearn, then we need a reprogramming of mind. You see, everything from our thoughts and from our external language, even to people that are around us, people that we surround ourselves with, they affect us a lot. They affect our energy. Let me quickly share something with you as well. Before I pick up my PhD form, I already told myself, after this master's, I'm just resting, because the stress was too much. But everyone around me, my friends, as at the time I was picking up the form, they were already finishing their PhD. And when they finished, If I move here, they will tell me, when are you picking up your phone? I'll tell them, leave me alone. When I move there, this one will ask me, are you not going for your PhD? I'll tell them, leave me alone. But somebody spoke to me one day, one of my friends. She said, and there is nothing in this thing. Oh. I said, I don't want the stress. They said, there is nothing in this thing. I said, really? They said, yes. I told them I don't have capacity for PhD. They said, no, if I can do it, you can do it. So they encouraged me. They said, put up a proposal. I said, I don't know how to write proposal. They said, we will teach you. We will train you. Every excuse to escape picking up the PhD form proved futile. So eventually, I ended up picking up the form. Why? Because of the people that I surround myself with. For us to train our mind, we have to watch the people we surround ourselves with. The people who are going to our direction are the right set of people to train to surround ourselves with. The people that we share core values in common. The people that we share perspective in common. Don't say what they are saying does not matter. If you hear a particular thing over a long period of time, I'm telling you, you will tilt towards that unconsciously. I didn't mean to pick up the PhD form, but the people around me, they wouldn't allow. Their words were encouraging. They were ready to do anything to make me pick up the form. There was a time one of them told me, you only wasted your master's without PhD. There is nothing in PhD. That was how she put it. He said, there is nothing in PhD. It was when I started the journey that I said, wow, there are lots. But because somebody told me there is nothing in PhD. Today, let me just share the good news with you. Just this morning, I defended my final. I presented my final seminar this morning. So a journey of 4 years ended today, coincidentally. You will be the first group of people I'll be talking to after my last presentation. And I'm so excited to share the good news with you. It was a sweet journey. And I want to encourage anyone here with master's degree, go and pick up the PhD form. Let me tell you, like they told me, there is nothing in PhD. There is nothing in PhD. So let's go. I'm saying that what you listen to matters a lot. What you listen to can determine a lot. Your mind does not know what is good or bad. It only knows what you feed it with. And what you feed your mind with is what it will give you back. So what are you feeding your mind with? Who are you listening to? What are you listening to? Pay attention to your inner dialogue. Pay attention to the conversation in your mind. Your mind is speaking every time, 24/7. Your mind is not empty at any time. It's saying something. Your mind is communicating 24/7. But you have the ability to tell your mind what it should communicate. And this will be influenced by your immediate environment. Who you listen to, what you read, what you watch, who you are listening to, who you are following, what you watch. Your mind communicates every time. When your mind tells you you cannot, you have to communicate back to your mind and say, I can. Say, I can. Never say you can't. Even when it is glaring that you cannot, tell yourself, say, I can. Or you say, I can't do this yet. There is nothing you cannot do. I told you, there is nothing you cannot become as long as you can say it. And that will lead us to the next point, and that is visualization. To train your mind for leadership and for growth, you have to visualize it. You have to see it. Vision is important in anything. You have to imagine your goals. You see, imagination is cheap. We don't pay for imagination. As you are seated listening to me, you can travel to anywhere in the world sitting down where you are sitting. You can board the plane. You can go to America. You can have conversation with Trump in America in your mind. And there is something they have told us about the mind, and we have read. I don't know if you've had it before too. That your mind does not know the difference between imagination and reality. Your subconscious mind sees the two as the same. And that is why when you imagine a thing, it's as though the thing is happening. When you imagine a thing, there is a thin difference. It's just a matter of time between your imagination and your realization. The difference is time. Give your imagination time. You will see yourself walking in the realization. It's not a rhyme, it's the truth. When you think over a thing for a long time, you will see yourself manifesting that thing. Sometimes they call it law of attraction. You can train your mind to attract the future that you have pictured. So I'm saying that your mind is powerful and you have to visualize how you want it to be. You have to visualize how you want your growth to be. You have to picture it. When you do your imagination, it strengthens you. It takes away fear and it takes away doubts. Think big. We're not paying for thinking. That's how to train your mind. Think big. Think outside the box. Nobody charge you for thinking. Focus on your ability to get through the struggles. Focus on how you can solve problems, because you can actually solve problems. There is nothing that you cannot handle. Train your mind for it. That there is nothing, there is no obstacle that you cannot handle. Like I said at the beginning, there is no prison anywhere. Only the prison of mind. There is no obstacle anywhere. Only the obstacles of mind. Train your mind to handle all the inevitable obstacles on your way to fulfillment of purpose. Visualize the inevitable possibilities. When you visualize, it's going to unlock potentials in you. And then the next thing is for you to affirm positively. In reprogramming your mind and in cultivating the right mindset, you must affirm positively. Create and repeat affirmation for your desired outcome. You know, the effect might seem invisible, but in the long run, it's a mighty effect it's going to have. Having done all these things that I've mentioned, with the growth mindset, then we can start building capacity for leadership. Having discovered yourself, having the right kind of mindset, thinking big, affirming, then we can build capacity. Start attending seminars and conferences just like this. Listen to other people, especially people in your field of interest. People don't learn because they have overinflated ego. I know what they're talking about. So they shut their learning capacity. Read books, feed your growth, build feasibility. When you attend conferences, you build feasibility, and this will help in building your networking. It's going to help in building your connection. There is no island of knowledge. You cannot live in isolation. You can't even grow in isolation. You can't lead yourself. We need people. So we must learn how to network. We must learn how to maintain healthy relationships, share information, and also embrace information. Be deliberate in learning. I have here that the growth that you feed will be the one to feed you. Invest in your growth. It is worth it. A person who does not embrace growth cannot lead effectively. Feed your mind on a daily basis. You need to fill your mind on a daily basis with things that will help you to grow. Be focused. Train yourself. Train yourself. Build yourself like you are building muscle. Before I leave, I want to drop a few things more. I think my time is up, but let me quickly drop this. For you to train yourself effectively for leadership, for growth, and for you to be focused, there is something I want you to cultivate, and that is what I call regimen. You can call it to-do list. Have your daily to-do list. It works like magic. To develop anything, to develop your leadership skill, you have to have your regimen. Like from 9 to 10, I'm going to do this. Like from 12 to 2, I'm going to do this. From 3 to 4, I'm going to do this. If you can consistently maintain that, it works like magic. You will see yourself in few months. Nobody should just bang into your schedule and say, see me, accompany me, let's get there together. If they are not in your plan, they are not in your plan. Have your to-do list. If it's going to be 20 minutes, have plan for your personal growth and development. Reading books, listening to podcasts, meditating, thinking. Have planned for that. And as you do that, make sure you are journaling. Make sure you pull down something. You are putting down something. I don't know if it has happened to you, that a thought will come to your mind and you will want to put down like maybe 2 sentences or phrases. And you will end up writing a page or 2. That's the power of journaling. When you pick your pen to write, the inspiration just keeps coming. It keeps coming. It keeps coming like that. And that's the advantage of journaling. And that's how some people end up writing books. Make sure you cultivate the habit of journaling. young leaders. Create an enabling environment for yourself. Remove distraction from your ways. There are a lot of noises and distractions everywhere. But if you determine that this is what you want to do, you must create the enabling environment for whatever you want to do. Most of the time in today's world, our major distraction is our phone. If you're not doing anything online, if the item on your to-do list is not something online, wherever you want to do a thing, just put your phone on a flight mode. You can be that disciplined that you have a phone fast. Put it on a flight mode. It. But I want you to always create an enabling environment for yourself. You realize that sometimes when we determine to do a thing on our phone, a reel will just pop up for us. And before you know it, you are in another universe entirely. By the time you are checking your watch, your 3 hours gone. And you ask yourself, break your big task into smaller steps. Is a way of training your mind and to develop yourself. Embrace challenges, just like I told you. Look for challenges if challenges are not looking for you. And make sure you surmount a difficult situation. As leaders, as I close and conclude, in the world of today, excellent leaders are scarce, and they are becoming scarce every day. And when I look at the coming generation, I ask myself, where are the leaders of tomorrow? And that was one of the reasons why I was excited so to use this opportunity again to appreciate the visionary and our leader, the organizer of this boot camp, for putting this together. And I want to appreciate everyone who has attended tonight. That you have done a good thing. You have embraced growth. Thank you for running with this vision. And I want to encourage the participant here tonight that let your time count tonight. Let your time count tonight. I want to say again, seek challenges. And when you see challenges, see them as opportunity to expand and to grow, not as obstacles to avoid. Celebrate your little win and be grateful to God always. Thank you for this moment with you, and I appreciate your audience. Thank you for having me, and I hope we have great time together in the future. Thank you. God bless you for listening.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Mom. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. In fact, my head is blowing right now with so
Yeah.
much decades, so much knowledge. I have learned to look for challenges, whether they look for me or not. So I have to take on that challenge
Yes.
to seek out
Yes.
challenges myself. Thank you so much, man. This is a beautiful session, and I'm sure I'm not the only one who's blessed to have been under your teaching. We appreciate you, man. We appreciate your time. We don't want to keep you waiting
Thank
for
you.
stuff. So we'd like to see that anyone that has a question, just 2 to 3 questions, and it has to be very fast. If you're asking any question, it has to be very fast because we don't want to keep Reverend Mrs. Waited. She has really poured out a lot, and it takes energy to give out this so much wisdom on a platter. So please, if you have any question, drop it now. Any question, make it fast before I hand over to the host. Please make it fast. You can type the question in the comments box. Okay, we have 1 minute left. If you have a question or questions, 1 minute left. Okay. I hope it's not the network. If you have any question, let it in now. In 1 minute. In fact, we have lesser than 1 minute now. Time is ticking. Okay, if there are no questions for now, if you know that, okay, there is a question. Now let me hand over to our host. Please, can you attend to the question?
Okay, thank you once again, Reverend Mrs. Tolu Ayoawa, for a wonderful section. We really enjoyed ourselves concerning self-confidence, self-leadership. Thank you once again, ma. So I'll start with the questions we have here from consultancy. What is the difference between managing people and leading people?
All right. Um, Managing people is a bit different from leading people. When you lead people, leadership is about influence. Leadership comes with influencing people and being a good example. When we lead, we are not being bossy. When we lead, in fact, we can lead from behind. And it's because of our time that I was not able to actually go deeper into leading. When we lead, it comes from just being ahead of people and showing them the right thing to do. We can be a leader. We can be a good leader and not be able to manage people well. When you are a good leader, it is still necessary for you to be able to manage people well. Sometimes people in leadership position, they lose grip of their people because they focus on leading and not managing the people. For us to be a good leader, we must be able to lead and as well manage. And like I said earlier, we must be in charge of our emotion. A leader must not be sensational. We must not act out of impulse. We must have empathy. And that is where managing people comes from. So the two are intertwined together. It's just a thin difference between them. To be an effective leader, we have to be able to manage people well. So let me say that we cannot be effective leader if we cannot manage people well. Managing people comes with understanding people. It comes with seeing from people's perspective and not just leading them. Managing people comes from not just having your opinion, it comes from seeing from other people's opinion and trying to understand them. And when we're able to combine that together, then we be a complete leader. And that will not frustrate our leadership. So we won't be an effective leader if we are not able to manage people well. So to be an effective leader, it comes with managing people well. I don't know if you are able to understand my point from what I've explained.
We do, Ma. Thank you very much for answering the question, Ma. Yeah, we do. So, the next question is, what is the best way to keep oneself accountable, especially when navigating from a fixed to a growth mindset?
Okay, very good. Having understand what the fixed mindset is and what the growth mindset is, you must understand very well, since we are moving from fixed to growth, you must understand very well what the growth mindset is. I mentioned earlier that some people have overinflated ego about learning. They believe they know it all. We have to have that reconfiguration of mind, because it's a stronghold of mind to think I cannot be better. Fixed mindset. We must change that mindset to I can be better, to I can become anything. So working on your mind by yourself is going to help us to move from fixed to growth. And in doing that, we can have mentors, people who have been into where we are going. We can have mentors who we're going to be accountable to. And in doing that, we can also have a sincere feedback from people. We can welcome objective and a good criticism from people. Criticism that can help us to honest criticism. Let me put it that way. Honest one that won't be offended. That you should have people that you can ask, how am I doing it? Am I better? Can you evaluate me? Can you tell me about me? And they will be able to tell you the truth without feeling offended. When you understand that, you can now get materials that will take you from where you are to where you want to be. And that was why I self-discovery, having discovered yourself that I think I have a fixed mindset. Now, to move from being fixed to growth, you need growth materials. You need people to mentor you. You need to read. You need to listen to other people who are better than you, and you need to rewire and reconfigure your mind. Open up your mind so that you can grow, because there is actually nothing we can do without opening our mind. In a closed mind, there is nothing we can learn. We must be able to learn, to unlearn, and to relearn, just like I said earlier on, and be accountable.
Thank you so much, Ma, for the response. Okay, we have one last question. Then that will be the end for question and answer section. What is the easiest method to set a to-do list when you have a lot to do in a day?
You know, when we started, I mentioned something around intentionality. Nobody
Yes.
is too busy for what they love. It's a matter of priority. It's a matter of priority. We are all busy. If I tell you things that I do, you will ask me, how are you doing it? For example, let's go practical. I'm a lecturer. I lecture in an institution. I mentioned to you that I'm a student and I did my PhD final today. That was a lot. A science student for that matter. I worked in the lab. I am a pastor's wife. I'm a mother. I attend to my biological children. I attend to my spiritual children. I have a business. Arguably, in this Ado-Ekiti where I live, I have the biggest crèche. I supply supermarkets goods too. And that's about 6 things that I'm doing together. And at the same time, I must still find myself sometimes to work on my personal growth. How am I able to combine that? Priority. You must prioritize your growth. You have a lot to do, right? But there is a way we can still do it. Like, you have to shorten the phone time. For somebody like me, I don't have a lot of fun time. I don't have a lot of party time. And I don't have a lot of sleeping time. So I had to cut from my sleeping time. I had to cut from the fun time. Cut from those times. You can night time, your sleeping time, the midnight time. So let me teach you something. It's either you sleep late or you wake up very early. If you want to incorporate your growth plan into your busy schedule, you will either sleep late or you wake up early, but it will cost you something. It's a sacrificial thing that you have to do, but I'm telling you, it is worth it. There was a time that I sat on this table that I'm talking. I sat around 5 o'clock in the evening. I stood up around to 4 because I will go to work around 7:30 because I had deadlines. A person who is not, when I was talking about um the growth mindset the other time, I was saying that you can train yourself to be whatever you want to be. I was talking about dedication and hard work. So it's going to be dedication and hard work. Now you know what you define. So you will dedicate time, you will sacrifice time, and you will work hard. But it comes with a lot of self-denial. No movie, I mean, not too much movie, but because we should have fun. Not too much movie. You cut off the fun time, you cut off the sleeping time, then you now balance it. That's the simple way I think I can help you to incorporate your growth plan into your busy schedule. I don't know if I've been able to help you with my answer.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Wait, hold please give me 1 minute. We have one last question here. I wouldn't know if you can give us 1 minute to respond to that question. Should we
No
proceed, ma'am?
problem. Oh,
Thank
yes, of course.
So, Rachel, please, you can proceed. You can take it up from here. Thank you. Okay. Okay, I'll read. The question says, please, what is the best way of staying accountable while you are trying to grow and improve yourself? Question.
Okay. The best way, number one, is to have personal discipline, self-discipline. You see, if it were easy, People will not be struggling with it. It is not easy, but it's still around training your mind. Personal discipline. I want to do this by this time. Set alarm. Alarm works. When your alarm ring, whatever you are doing, no matter how sweet the sleep is, a lot of us set alarm, but we use our own hand to off the alarm. Don't off the alarm. Set your alarm. When your alarm ring, pick up whatever that is written to do on the alarm, and that is self-discipline. So it's self-discipline. Self-discipline. Number two, I mentioned it earlier before. I mentioned it at the earlier question, that you can have a mentor that you are accountable to. Tell somebody you want to do this and make the person follow it up. And most of the time, the person has to be a high ranking person than you, somebody that you fear. And that's the place of mentorship. Somebody that will ask you, how far have you done it? You said you will do this, have you done it? Those two things will help you. But most importantly, you know, the second person, people can do a little for you, but you can do a lot for yourself. And that is why it is called self-training. You have to train yourself to just do it. Just train yourself to be disciplined. Discipline and respect your to-do list. Discipline and respect your alarm. As long as the alarm ring, do whatever is on the alarm. You can tell yourself, you can award yourself, you can reward yourself. You can reward yourself. If you have followed your to-do list for a week, you can reward yourself to encourage yourself. Maybe that will encourage you too. But most importantly, it comes with self-discipline. 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 And being accountable to a mentor. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you so much, ma. Thank you so much. We really appreciate. Okay, can we all type thank you, Reverend Mrs. Tolu Ayoawe, in the comment section? Like, that's inspiring. Thank you so much, ma, for your time. Thank you, ma.
Thank you too. I appreciate the privilege. The privilege.
All right, so we move to the next section, which is
Yes.
what is the key takeaway from tonight's section for? So what is the key takeaway for tonight's section? Let's keep it coming, guys. As for me, my key takeaway for tonight's section is we must train our mind for leadership and for focus and growth. Like, that's profound. So let's keep it coming, guys. What is the one key takeaway for you this evening? What is that one thing that stands out for you this evening? Oh, wow. Joshua Oladipo said, you need the law of intentionality. Yes, that's very necessary. Thank you, Joshua. Let's keep it coming, guys. Hmm. You must seek challenges. Wow. Joshua Unwansu's key takeaway is the importance of meditation. That's profound. Configure your mind to learn. Wow. I can train my heart to see the future I pictured. Wow, that's wonderful. I need to have a fixed mindset and growth. Being intentional by cultivating a daily regimen of development and growth. Wow, that's nice, guys. These insights are good. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing, guys, and thank you so much for your time this evening. Okay, now
Okay,
we've come to the
I have
end
one
of
minute.
tonight's section.
So,
A big thank you to our amazing. Okay.
1 minute, please. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
We still have Vera Mrs. in our midst, and we don't want to waste our time. She has spent so much time, so much energy teaching us, training our minds. So I love all the reviews we've seen, but I would love us to appreciate Reverend Mrs. as we bid goodbye of this life tonight. Ma, we really appreciate you. We really, really
Thank
appreciate
you.
you. I want to say we
Thank
love
you for having me. Thank you
you.
for having me.
We're
Thank
sorry
you.
for taking so much of your time. Thank you, man.
No problem. All
Yeah,
right.
thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Yeah.
Okay, so please you can proceed now. Thank you.
Okay. So I want to use this medium to thank everybody for your time. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, for tomorrow, we'll focus on leadership, character, and influence. Same time and same place. Don't miss it. See you tomorrow at 8 o'clock sharp. Until then, bye. And keep leading with confidence. Bye, guys.
Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you for being here. See you tomorrow. And don't forget to make it a time, 8 p.m. No African time. Come with your mind prepared, your pen prepared, and your jotter prepared.